wherever you are watching around the world. You're watching the SFR GT Challenge, brought to you by Demo One Garage. That's right, that's me. My name's Josh, and I'm going to take you through today's race. We will be talking to Apex Motorsport Bill. He is the driver on your screen right now. He's just gone. Game's decided to go a little bit weird. That happens when they turn around. See if we can't bring him up again. But at the moment, everyone's getting ready in their grid positions as all the admin's done. And it looks like Turismo Defsun has topped another qualifying session tonight. Anyway, tonight I have AMS Bill with me in the interview booth. You just qualified. Just qualified, was it 8th? Did I see you come through?
Yeah. Tight pack. Crazy qualifying.
So how's the Corvette around here at Brands Hatch? It's a quick lap.
Oh, it's okay. There's better cars, but it's not too bad. It's pretty stable. It makes it easy drive. Just got to keep it on track.
That's true. That's true. Any what do you call it? Issues you have today, any mistakes you make will be punished pretty hard. But yeah, how do you go around? What's your preparation for an event like today? How do you approach it?
Really, just got to put in laps. It's all about consistency. You can't. Any little mistake here is really going to hurt you. So you just got to be consistent and practice that.
That's true. That's true. And we've seen some massive numbers from some of the boys in Div 2, even Div 1. How many laps have you put in for this one this week?
Oh, probably not as much as some other guys. I probably should have put in a little more, but a decent amount, a good bit. I'd say, I don't know, 50 maybe, probably at least.
Oh, that's pretty much what I do. I mean, I'm the guy who goes in an hour before the event and just does laps and hope for the best.
That'd be scary here. You got to really be in the groove to keep it on track here.
No, that's true. You're right. Yeah, it is a tight one. So starting 8th, you're gonna have to work your way around. Is it going to be just a game of patience and pressure the guy in front, or are you just going to have to attack hard?
I think definitely patience. It all depends. I think guys are going to be doing some different tire strategies. Some guys starting on mediums maybe and some on soft. So you got to look out for that. And just see what guys are doing around you. It's no sense in getting in trouble early in the race when you can just wait it out.
That's true. And also this week, for those watching, we've got the new compound rule. The new medium compound is a mandatory compound. You can run it for a lap. You can run it for 50 laps. Yeah, how's that changed things for you this week?
Oh, I think it's thrown a good little loop in there. I think it's going to add a little bit of excitement to the race with some guys being on different tire compounds, like choosing different times to take them. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yes, strategy is going to be a big one tonight. Well, yeah, you're in 8th at the moment, so hopefully we'll see you up a little bit higher tonight. But we know you can do the overtakes, so good luck tonight, mate, and we'll talk to you later.
Cool. Thank you very much, man.
No worries. And, yeah, thanks for talking to us. That was AMS Bill from Apex Motorsport, and he's driving the Corvette tonight. So hopefully we'll see Bill up high in the podium positions, perhaps. We're just about to get things started. I've got to send a message off to the races that I'm ready to get this party started. And I know Darian's ready to get the party started. We had the 2-week break. Yeah, we had Easter. Well, we had like a early Easter break, and then there was a schedule conflict, and that's just how it worked out. Anyway, we're back now with Division 1 this week, and I'll send the message to what am I doing each week? Go. I think that's what I did last week. I can't even spell. Go. There we go. All right, but yeah, at the moment, Bill, he's scored 3 points in the last 4 rounds. Or he scored points in the last 3 rounds of 4. So he's sitting around the middle of the pack right now, about where he's actually qualified, round 8th. But tonight, I think Turismo Defsun, we've had a few name changes here and there, so you will notice that. Look at this to try and some acrobatic driving here with Doogie and the other Turismo driver, Turismo DJ. And Deson's actually doing all right and backwards. He's really quick when he points that Lexus forward, and it looks like he's even able to beat the truck pointing it backwards around here at Brands Hatch. It is a short one and a lot of corners, and yeah, be on the lookout for a lot of incidences here tonight. This is going to be one of those things. Yeah, we should hopefully have got the grid set. Penalty shouldn't be on. Just going to let them know. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the boys in the yeah, we just got to get the lobby reset now because penalties aren't supposed to be on. They are a thing we use. They use in the FIA racing. They are the thing they use in the daily races to help the thing. If you are listening, catch flag rules. Well, I don't know why the penalties. I saw him have a penalty. So anyway, Turismo Def Son. Look at that. Finished in the sandpit for us. We're about to start in a minute. Well, actually, no, we're not. Apologies for this. Have to reset the settings here. It's one of those things. We've had so many weeks off, we've sort of fallen out of smooth operation. We'll get back into it. Cooper's here, welcome. Darkness, hello. AMS5s, watching on the mobile. That's good. I'm sure this will be better than the Chinese Grand Prix. Well, I hope so, Dark. I really do. I'll be talking about that in the podcast with the doctor recording that tomorrow night. But yeah, the Chinese Grand Prix, there wasn't a lot to talk about, was there? Nicholas Schaefer message. Good luck to the boys, Erky. Best of luck. Glad you got your goof laps in with me. So, Nick, welcome. Hope you're watching. And everyone else as well. The other Apex Motorsport boys, Cooper and Fires. In the darkness. Let's hopefully we'll get this started soon. Just going to get the room settings reset because we had penalties on. Like I said, we didn't want them on. There they are. They're not on now. As you can see in the yellow text down the bottom. These are two Rockefeller Racing boys. They ghosted out right now, so they're not going to look that see-through when we get to the start. In the Aston Martins, Kyle and Catch, they will be looking for a good finish today. Where did Catch go? He's in the green machine, the famous green machine. He's always tweaking that Aston Martin and that livery to make it even better each week. He's currently in 9th position. And hopefully he can put that car up a little bit higher. Get some good points. He's currently, the team championship, Rockefeller, are currently tied equal with Stronger Together Racing on 48 points. So the Rockefeller need a really good finish today. There's only there's either 2 or 3 of them racing for the team. And Stronger Together have a very full outfit. Very well represented. So it's going to be so yeah. Rockefeller boys are going to need to score high to stay in front at the moment, even though they're tying with them. Anyway, hopefully we can get started. Sorry we have the delay. We had a few lobby settings we had to reset, and that's been reset right now. The boys have gotten a few extra practice laps in. They've been doing some burnouts and some acrobatic driving. But here's the final. It's at Brands Hatch's Division Number 1. And welcome. This is the SFR GT Challenge. My name's Josh, and you're watching Demo 1 Garage. It's Defsun on the front row from Gumball, Marzan, Erky, Brooksy, Doogie, Soza, Bill, Nipisto, and DJ. They're your top 10 drivers as we get underway here at Brands Hatch. Waiting for the lights to go out. Defsun on the front row from Gumball. And then it's Marzan, the 2 FIA World Tour drivers. And we're underway here, and it looks like Marzan trying to get up the inside of Gumball, but Gumball's blocking the run. Around the outside, Defsun is back into second position, but having the inside line, he should be good coming up towards the hairpin. Gumball's looking up into the gap. Defsun closes it off nicely, and everyone seems to get around. There's the back of the field. That was a good start from everybody. Defsun leads this race, not Grand Prix. Gumball, Marzan, Erky, and DJ. DJ's up 5 positions. He was down in 10th, so he's had an absolute blinder of a start. No wheel spin from him. Traction control obviously doing a wonderful job there. And we are away for the first lap of the SFR GT Challenge. There's 40 laps to complete, and it's Defsun in the lead with Gumball, Marzan, and Erky in 4. Back down in the 5th, we've got DJ holding off a gaggle of cars, the Apex Motorsport, Doogie, and Brooksy, and Bill. So there's 3. There's a hat-trick of them, of the Apex boys, and they're going to be pressurizing Turismo DJ today to come around to finish this lap. As you can see, it's not a very long lap. Almost, should be under a minute almost, or just over a minute. That's why it's 40 laps. So, yeah, get prepared, sit back, relax. And then you can see the Rockefeller boys, they're doing their thing at the moment. So we come across for the end of the first lap, and DJ holds the front end of that pack, and so does Turismo Defsun, the front of the race by 2/10. Gumball in that AMG Mercedes has been able to keep right up to the tailpipes of that Lexus and pressurize Defsun here. He's obviously a GT World driver. He's been to the finals. He's had some success over there, and he's going to be a very hard driver to, find any faults and pressurize into any mistakes. And we've almost not seen any mistakes from Defsun this entire series as we come into race number 5, and there's your top 3. And don't forget, we've got a new compound rule this round, mandatory compound of medium, so there will be strategy all through the field. We don't know what tyres everyone started on, so we could see some early pits, we might see some late pits, we might see some long stints. We don't know what's going to happen here. We should expect around, I reckon at maximum 20 laps from the medium, so you could almost go halfway. We'll see what happens tonight as Defsun goes around for the end of lap 2, and he's still leading, and the lead is only up 3/10, and it's he's leading by 5/10, 6/10 there as we come up to turn number 3. Let's have a look through the rest of the field. Brooksy's up in the 5th. DJ's been overtaken at some point, and he's now surrounded by the Apex gang. Sorry, I shouldn't say the Apex gang. It's something here in Australia. You can Google that one. But the Apex Motorsport gang. And here they go. Brooksy is leading in the Supra. DJ's under a lot of pressure there. The Turismo team doing a lot of practice. Proud of their drivers. And here he is in the Viper. Let's see what he can do as we come down the straight. Now, for some reason, I've lost control of most of... There is something going on with Gran Turismo right now. Once you start a race, you cannot actually change camera angle anymore. So unless I do it manually, we're actually stuck with this camera angle. I can obviously change the person that I'm looking at. Anyway, DJ, I've noticed this change that's happened. I can change everything before, but I haven't been able to change camera angles because the game will not let me. So I'm not sure what's going on there. AMS Bill up the inside. DJ's been beaten into Druids. And somehow DJ is still up beside the Corvette. Bill, though, with the traction. And he's got that move done. Up the inside, around the outside. One of the hardest corners here at Brands Hatch. And unfortunately, Turismo DJ is falling through the field as we get on. He could be on the slower tyres. That could be an explanation of what's happening. As we come around, you can see the full field right now. There's the Rockefeller boys. Looks like Kyle is up. Now that's Souza there in 9th. Kyle's up in 11th. So very similar liveries there. That's why I got confused. But Souza's got a new one today himself for the Stronger Together team. And he's got running the red and white with the green mirrors there. So that's, I like that. Anyway, let's check back up to the front. It's still Def Sun, 1.4 seconds. This guy is on a different level. And then it's Gumball in the AMG from Marzan in 3rd. They're the top 3. Erky's still got 4th right now, and they're coming around to finish lap number 4. CK's gone for Marzan. Let's go, Darkness. Red flag turn 1. AMS Cooper. Nicholas Schaefer, your captain is watching. I like it. Go AMS, Victor Falcon on the Facebook side of things. Welcome, Victor. A lot of Apex Motorsport fans here today. And sorry if I can't see your chat messages if you're watching from either the SFR GT Challenge page or the Rockefeller Racing page. Unfortunately, I can't see them. I'll try and find the Rockefeller ones. Actually, I should be able to see them if I change my input. There are a few of you guys here. As for the comments, nothing's loaded. So, but welcome anyway if you are watching from one of the other pages out there. Now, again, I want to just apologise. I can't change camera angles. I don't know. There's been some change in the way Polyphony Digital do the replays now. And prior to this, I could change replay. Now let's see if the replays even work. Let's go back and have a look at the start of the race. And it's not working either. So I've got no control of the camera tonight. What is going on? Anyway, Def Sun leads from Gumball, and then it's Marzan. Hopefully Marzan can get himself up there, and he's got a new livery tonight too. Looks awesome. Now we can't. Now, let's see if there we go. Oh, we've just got control back. I found out what the problem was. If you have scroll lock on or caps lock on, I think it ruins everything. Because the game doesn't understand inputs when they're in uppercase, apparently. Anyway, so let's get back into it. We fixed things by lap 6. That's good. Unfortunately, I don't have a replay of the start. I wanted to check out the cracker of a start Gumball had, and I think even who was it? It was Turismo DJ, who's now fighting off Apex Doogie and Souza. He had an incredible start himself. As we look out the back, he's now fighting away from Doogie here. Now, this is hopefully much better than the Chinese Grand Prix if you're an F1 fan. I must say I didn't enjoy that race myself too much. But don't forget you can actually check out an F1 podcast. It's on Spotify now. Just search Lights Out F1. It's available on... It should be available on all your favourite podcast places soon. As DJ's putting in a good stint here against Doogie. Doogie's going to be doing everything possible right now to try and overtake him. There's not a lot of room. It's Viper versus the Viper. So they're equal on performance here. Haven't seen anyone duck off into the pits just yet. So everyone's happy with their tyre strategy now. Don't know what they've started on. As again, there is a mandatory compound tonight of mediums. Doogie looking up the inside, but he sees the track disappear in front of him, and he slots back in behind DJ. The safe thing to do at the moment. Souza's still following as well. Apex Doogie, though, I think he might be being held up slightly from the Turismo driver in front. He wants to get around. He's pushing and prodding, but he can't find the gap that he needs and the extra speed required. He just needs a little bit extra. Here's DJ. Is he going into the pits? He's putting on that blinker, and he is. So, it's a tight pit entry too. He started on the medium, so DJ has got his mediums out of the way. And he will now probably go to the softs. Yes, off he goes onto the quicker tyre. So that's why we saw him losing a few spots early on. Now, Munya Q is Q Racer from, if you're following, looks like he's put on the medium now. So we'll see how many laps Q Racer does, or Munya Q. I don't know how to say your name, sorry mate. I'll have to talk to you after the race and get confirmation on that. Catch is down in lucky 13th for some. And wonder if he's been involved in an incident there. It's not. He did talk to me early on and say this wasn't quite his event today. So he's in a little bit of damage control, trying to do the best. So I wonder if he's trying a long stint right now on the mediums. We'll find out when he enters the pits soon enough. DJ is down into 12th after exiting. And now he's got a bunch of cars in front. The traffic in front now will surely slow him down. He's on the quicker tyre. But if he can't pass, he can't make use of the soft tyre at the moment. And that's going to be a wasted pit stop almost. He needed maybe, he could have run that stint maybe a few laps longer or something else. But it hasn't not worked out for him right now. As we come around to the end of lap 8, he's got the inside of Exotica. That's 11th spot. That's a great move down the front straight, up into Druids. Gets the car done under braking. Let's check out that move. Easily done, Exotica there in the background. Now we're back on board with DJ. He's putting on a great show for us today. Nintisto trying to get around the Rockefeller Racer of Gnarly. Nintisto gets a little push, and that's enough. That's been enough. DJ with the power out of the corner, pushing Nintisto through. And here we go. DJ wants to make another move. But Gnarly down into 12th after that run of incidents. Let's have a look, see what happened to the Rockefeller Racer. Coming through, he was leading the pack. Up in 9th right now. Now watch Nintisto gets a move on him. And DJ gets a really good run out because he's on those new tyres. Pushes Nintisto, which actually runs Gnarly wide. And that's where he's lost a lot of time. And then Exotica even got him down the run here through the chase. And that's 12th position for him. Unlucky stuff. But he's continuing on as we start lap 10. Doogie, though, is still in front of Souza for now. Nintisto still has the lead in front of DJ. So the faster driver, well, we suppose so anyway, because he's on some fresh softs. He's in 10th. He's getting through some traffic right now after his first pit stop. So he's overall ahead of these drivers on track, as these guys will have to pit as well. But DJ has done his medium compound run. He did 8 laps and he was in. So that's what he decided to do. And as you can see, it's really changed a few things up already. We've seen 2 cars in on separate laps for different strategies. And at the moment, Nintisto is holding off DJ. And he's doing a fantastic job. Nintisto is a quick driver himself. So let's see what he can do in this Supra on this tight, twisty track here at Brands Hatch. But welcome everybody that is watching. And hopefully you're having a fantastic day, enjoying the race. Doogie's in actually. So Doogie did his compound early. Exotic is in too. Exotica. And Gnarly's in too. So a few cars getting it done early on lap 11. So just a few laps later. So Gnarly's followed in Exotica there. And they've both done the medium. So a few of the drivers chose to start on the medium compound here. That could change things up as we get through this race. Now that the back drivers now have the quicker tyre, there could be some real changes happening. But Gnarly down in 13th. He's going to want to improve on that position. Souza's by himself at the moment. Looks like Bill has managed to pull away a little bit. Now Def Sun's gone in, our race leader. Let's see what he does. He started on the soft here. And he's coming back out for another soft run. And that's given Gumball the lead of this race. Not Grand Prix. I can't keep saying Grand Prix. It's been so long since I've done an F1 broadcast, but yeah, of this race. Gumball CGT has it from Marzan. Apex now has a driver up into second, and Turismo Def Sun, he's now down into third position, the lowest position I think he's been all season. And I would have to say it's thanks to these new mandatory compound rules. Marzan gets it a little bit wide right there. Now, we don't know what compound these guys have decided to choose, and we will discover that in a few laps' time, I would imagine, when they come into pit. But Gumball leads this race. His last lap, 1:23.6, and he's just getting around now. He leads. He's got a lead of 1.4 over this man. But I don't think it's going to be for too long in that Mercedes. That Lexus is prowling behind him, and Def Sun is going to do anything he can to get around. Now, the longer he stays behind Marzan, though. No, Marzan's in. Let's see what Marzan is started on. Gumball was on the soft tyre too, and so was Marzan. So interesting. The front driver starting on the quicker tyre. Gumball's out in the medium. So Gumball's got the medium done. Here goes Marzan on the medium as well. Urqui's gone in. And Urki started on the soft. Medium tyre for them. So here we go. Got a run of cars now choosing to take the medium tyre on here on lap 12 after they run their soft tyre to the maximal limit. Bill has come out on the soft tyre, and he will re-enter the track in 9th position. There has been a lot of changing and switching going on. Souza's still out on track. He's been out there for a long time. He's going to lose a lot of spots. He's yet to change tyres and come in. So I would imagine Souza's out on the medium compound, and he's running for the maximal time that he can. We should probably see him in at the end of this lap or the end of the next lap, I would imagine. 15 laps looks like where we're seeing everyone run the medium too, and 12 laps for about the soft. So hopefully you've been following at home and who's now on the medium and who isn't, because we've got now a plethora of different race strategies unfolding here today. Which one's going to be the winner? Def Sun's back in the lead of this Grand Prix after Gumball pitted, and Marzan did as well. So they're back out in second and third. Def Sun, though, is yet to put on the medium compound tyre, though. So he's waiting to run it right at the end, unless he's trying to get a lead of an enormous amount and cover off at least 12, 13 seconds in the pits and come out and run the medium for just the last couple of laps. But he's going to need a lead of another 7 seconds, I would imagine. So we'll see what he does as he puts in the best lap times at the moment. The Lexus driver leads by 7.3 seconds. And his quickest lap around here was a 1:21.6. He's on for a quick lap again. He's absolutely flying right now in that Lexus. Turismo Racing are going to be on top of the Drivers' Championship for the team. And Turismo Defsun will be the unbeaten driver so far of the SFR GT Challenge here at Division Number 1. Again, another purple sector. He's up 4 100s. Almost like watching a qualifying session. He comes around the last few corners across the final straight. Let's see if he can put in another quick lap. We need to beat a 1:21.69. It's going to be tight. 1:21.564. He does it by 1/10 of a second. And that's lap 15. We're not even halfway. There's a long way to go. But the lead that Defsun holds is almost out to 9 seconds. Incredible run from him. Back down through the pack a little bit. We've still got Doogie behind Neen Tisto. And Bill is fighting with Turismo DJ. These been up and down the field. Bill's looking to put one up at the inside, up into turn 1. DJ with the outside line. He's not going to be on the preferred line, and Bill in that Corvette pulls in front of the Dodge Viper of DJ, and that's 6th position for the Apex driver. Congratulations on the move up through the field. And here's another Viper who wants to go up. It's Doogie. Let's have a look at the replay. This is DJ around the outside, and there's Bill. Neen Tisto actually went into the pits that lap too. Let's see what Neen Tisto exited on. Softs again. So I think Neen Tisto's still got to come in for mediums, and he's currently running 10th right now. Let's get an update. Defsun, Gumball, who's up into 2nd today, and then it's Marzan in 3rd. Brooks, he's up into 4th right now. He's had a quiet one. We haven't seen much of him. But there you can see Erky is on his tail. And Erky will be looking to take that 4th position away from Brooksy there. That AMG will be hard to beat. But it's going to be a big, big car to navigate around this tight circuit of Brands Hatch here in the UK, in Kent. DJ still in front of Doogie right now. It's still the Viper versus the Viper. As we come across to finish that lap, start lap 16, Doogie is trying to find a way through. Look at this. Down into Druids. DJ's gone a bit wide. Doogie will have the inside line for this corner. The hairpin under braking. He chucks it up there, and that's a great move from Doogie. DJ losing another position on track, and he's now occupying 8th position. This was the view from DJ's car. Just see Doogie just get the car rotated around there. That was a beautiful move, and take 7th position away from him. And there's the gap. It's building. So DJ in a bit of damage control right now. Sousa's in 9th position. Now, has he gone into the pits yet? We haven't yet to see that happen. It probably did happen. There's so much happening around me. Neen Tisto's definitely gone in. Gnarly, he's in 11th. He's up 1 spot. He got around Exotica at some point. And Catch is still in 13th. I think he's had a rough day today. And we did have Q-Racer in 14th, but he seems to have been retired from this race. I keep saying Grand Prix today. I don't know why that is. Now, the lead Defsun has is 10 seconds. He doesn't need a lot more time to cover off another pit stop here and get the medium out of the way. So, he's going for that I'm going to get a massive lead in front of everyone tactic. Get the tyre done and dusted. But how long does he go for? He can run the softs for at least 12 laps. So we would expect maybe lap 24 to see Defsun in for the next stint. And then maybe extend the soft another few laps again. So it's going to be interesting. He's going around, and his lead is 11 seconds. Gumball now coming around as well to finish his 17th lap. He's really not that far off with the 1:22.8, but Defsun is just putting in super fast lap after super fast lap. And look, they're down by 1.2 seconds. It doesn't seem like a lot, but you add that over 40, 20, 30 laps, that's 30 seconds. Here comes Urki around for 4th place. And he is 12 seconds off Marzan. And 5 seconds behind is Bill in 5th position. The field now being quite stretched out. AMS Brooksy, he's 3 seconds behind. Here's DJ. He's now 3 seconds behind Brooksy. 1 second behind is now Souza. So Souza's now starting to catch up to Turismo DJ. And Souza could be the quiet horse here. He could come out of nowhere and just jump in front of everyone and be, the dark horse, they say, and surprise us all. So we'll keep an eye on Stronger Together Races Souza and see what he can do. Dean Tisto's up in the 9th position, and he's on a personal best lap right now. Doogie's down in the 10th spot. So Doogie down in 10th. What's happened there? He was up behind DJ there for a while. So maybe we've missed a few happenings. Kyle or Rockefeller Racing Gnarly, he's in 11th position for the Aston Martin. And like I said, they told me the 2 Astons will struggle around Brands Hatch today. Exotica, he's getting on with things. He's in 12th. Cash in the Green Machine in unlucky 13th. So that's our field, and you can see it's quite spread. And I'd have to say that's probably due to that medium compound now separating things up a little bit. Now, we had a yellow flag in this section. What was that about? Now, Turismo DJ's in. Turismo DJ. What happened there? I'm just trying to figure out. Neen Tisto and DJ, Turismo DJ looks like he's gone up the inside of Neen Tisto. So Neen Tisto's down 1 more spot. So did we see DJ go into the pits? Let's have a quick look. We did. DJ was the one in the pits. He come out on new soft tyres. And he exited in 9th position. That was side by side with Neen Tisto there up in the Druids. And he had the inside line, and Neen Tisto just had to give it up. And he was on the new compound too. So DJ should be flying through. Marzan's in. The FIA GT World driver is now onto soft tyre. And he comes out into 3rd position just in front of Urki. And Urki gets on with things. So Marzan has done the medium compound stint. And he can get on with his race right now. He's got a lot of time to catch up. Gumball's 12 seconds ahead of him. And Deaf Sun is 12 seconds ahead of Gumball. So 24 seconds Marzan is off the lead as we start lap number 20. As we get halfway through this race, this Grand Prix. God damn it, I've been saying it all day. But anyway, hope you've been enjoying it. Darkness says you're actually getting into the new Supra. Well, believe it or not, Darkness, the new Supra has a new FIA championship coming up. And I think I might enter it. It starts on the 27th of April. We can obviously enter it here on Gran Turismo Sport. The first race, I think, is at the Fuji International Speedway for 7 laps, I think. The tyre wear, Brooksy's driving in the new Supra, the tyre wear that is on is absolutely insane. I think it's something like 15, 16 times. So I don't know how many laps we're going to get in before we have to pit. It's only a 7-lap qualifying race, but that's race number 1 of the new Supra Cup. And I think I might give it a go. Starts on the 27th, so keep an eye out on that one. Plenty more streams coming away as well here on Demo 1 Garage. Sorry we've been a little bit quiet as of late. We haven't had a lot of racing action to show you. But your patience. Now, why is there a yellow flag? Is it just the game being crazy? Oh, Bill. Bill has had an off. Bill has had an off in the Corvette. Let's see what happened to him. He was running in 5th position up in the Druids. Oh, he's gone very wide, and that he sent him off into the paddock. And that has brought out those yellow flags, and he's really struggled to get back on track. Look at that. He's lost 2 spots and a lot of time. And he's now fighting off Souza. Souza actually managed to get around him. So, Bill with some damage there. And a lot of time lost for the Apex team. He was talking to us early and saying how mistakes will be punished. And that, he just gone a little bit wide coming through Druids. Getting onto the sand a little bit. Probably putting on the brakes. And that has upset the balance of his car and sent it spinning around. Unfortunately for Bill, he's now in 7th spot. Now, this is his view. He would have thought he was a little bit wide, you can see. And way off into the other side. And he just could not get it started. That grass, very slippery on slick tyres. Souza got up behind him. And the battle was on. And Souza got it done right there at the hairpin, cleanly. And Bill was just trying to recover. Oh, Bill loses another spot as we go back to the live action. Nientisto gets the move done on him around the outside of Druids. That was absolutely an intense move. Let's have a look at how did Nientisto do that. Well, Bill was... We actually had a few cars coming in and out of the pits. Nientisto sees him at the exit. And Nientisto gets it done. Yeah. The Supra, though, just showing its prowess here. Nientisto doing a great job. Def Sun's exited. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see what... let's have a look. What tyres did he put on? He's still on soft tyres. Mediums for Gumball at the moment. Let's get a tyre update. You can see down the bottom left. Softs for Marzan. Mediums for Erky right now. And Brooksy. Softs for Souza. DJ. Nientisto's on softs. Mediums for Bill. So Bill actually came out on some new mediums. That's what he did in that pit stop there. Catch is on the softs and he's really running that stint hard. Looks like Doogi's going to get a move done. He's on some newer tyres. Just about to happen. Softs, their finale. And Exotica. That's where we're looking. Anyway, Doogie's coming into it. He's going to go around the outside up into Druids. He's going to be very wide. The car onto the grass. You could just see Doogie had to slow the car down to control it as he almost lost control of his Viper there. Watch this. He goes very wide, picks up dust, and he puts on the brakes, upsetting the balance once again as half the car's on the slippery stuff. Locks it up. Still gets the move done. Catch is really, really pushing that stint. We could see his tyres were really starting to drop off. And, yeah, that's why Catch is now down in 11th position. Gumball on the mediums as well. Marzan in 3rd. Def Sun, our leader, though, interestingly, pitted again, but he pitted for some new softs. So he's really, really going to push the medium compound that he needs to run out to the end of this Grand Prix, Grand Prix. Let's just start calling it a Grand Prix. Erky's into 4th. And Brooksy in the Supra. Back up into 5th right now. And then it's Souza in the Porsche. He's doing really well in 6th. He's had a really quiet day, but he's just slowly finding his way higher and higher up the pack as this race continues on. And DJ's down in 7th right now. Nientisto's got some competition as Bill makes his recovery drive. And Nientisto also in the other Supra. You did get your Crash, Darkness, Division 1. They're some of the best drivers in the world for Gran Turismo. And some of the biggest names up and coming. So it's pretty hard to find a Crash sometimes. But glad we gave at least one to you. I know you're always looking for one. Vic's going for Rockefeller Racing. Not much is going on, Vic. Sorry I missed your early hello message there. Hope you're still watching, man. But yeah, good to have you guys along. Welcome to the SFR GT Challenge. My name is Josh. You know me from Demo 1 Garage. It's good to have everyone along today. There it is. Demo1garage.com. If you are watching, you can watch us on YouTube and Facebook. Each stream we do goes live to both at the same time. So you can choose your platform of choice. That's fine. But this is the SFR GT Challenge Division number 1. And we're watching a battle play out between Nintisto and Bill at the moment. Bill is on a recovery run after a crash earlier on. And we are on lap 25 or 40. We're past halfway now. Not long to go. New compound rule was in as well. Oh, Bill again. Getting it all sorts of wrong. He collects it up. Once again, let's have a look at what he's done. Bill, though, in the Corvette's really trying to push it hard. He's coming out of the exit of that corner. He got very wide. He's still in 9th position right now. The Corvette's a great car to drive. He's going to have a hard time getting past that Supra up here. It's a very narrow circuit. Oh, he's a lot closer, though, to the back end of Nintisto here. Nintisto is under a lot of pressure, but he's been in this situation many times, and he knows how to keep his cool. The Apex driver, though, is trying to force him into an error. Bill said that's keep consistency. That's probably your best bet. Nintisto covering off the inside line as we come around to the last corner. Bill has got 8th above his head, though, and that is 8th position. And Nintisto gives up and goes into the pits. Let's see what Nintisto's doing as his pit crew come out. He's on the soft tyre now. And he will exit on the soft tyre. Let's have a look. This is where Bill almost lost it early on. He's exited wide onto that AstroTurf. And yeah, you can see Bill just had to let off the power a little bit. Again, wide down through there. But he's in 8th position as we go back to the live pictures. And he's now chasing down Turismo DJ, who occupies 7th spot. The Dodge Viper at the moment, up and down the field today. But he's averaging at least a 7th here at the moment. CK can't blame me for calling it Grand Prix. The track is called Brands Hatch Grand Prix after all. That's true. That's true. It's just one of those things. I don't know. I think it's just because I've just watched the F1, and I think that's just all it is. But you're right. It is called that. So maybe I'm thinking about that too in the back of my mind. But yeah, it's weird. I keep calling this. I've never done it before. So I think it might just be that the F1 started back up. Now, Souza's gone into the pits. Souza, we don't know what he's been doing. He's back onto another soft compound there. He is off rotation, though, being lap 27. So I have a feeling he might have started on the mediums. Anyway, he's in 8th spot. And he actually gets in front of Bill. No, sorry, Bill's in front of him, but Doogie's behind him. And so's Nintisto. He's in 10th. Rockefeller Racing's gnarly in the red Aston Martin. Occupies 11th. Exotica's in front of Catch. Catch getting lapped there by the race leader, and he's 17 seconds. He can cover off a pit stop and get a free pit stop out of this. Here's Gumball coming off the medium tyre and onto the soft. And Gumball will have probably 2 stints to the end now on the softs. He can make it because 12 laps apiece, those softs can last. And we've got about that many laps to go. We've got less than that, actually, but he'll easily make it to the end on at least 2 more stints. He might try push out 1 stint, though. We'll see. We will see. It's gonna be a hard fought run for him. But no, actually, I've just done the math. It's 12 laps to go. Don't know what else I'm thinking. It's too early in the morning. I'm obviously not thinking. It's 12 laps to go. He'll make it easily to the end. I knew when I said 1 or 2 stints he'd make it. Anyway, glad I'm checking my own maths there. Brooksy, he's got 4th spot. He's done a really good job as well. We're just going to have to wait and see if there's any changes up and down the field once they change tyres. because there might be a few drivers now coming in to maybe cover off a few compounds. Defsun, I haven't seen take the medium. Marzen's in. He's in second place. And that's going to come out on to another soft. He'll make it to the end easily. And he'll just be behind Gumball, who comes around him. So these two are not separated by much. It's 1.2 seconds. And this sprint race to the end with 11 laps to go. Marzen was within striking distance. This one is going to get very interesting. Marzen, GT World driver. He's been to Paris. He's been there in the hot seat. He's also taken some questionable calls from stewards over the years. Let's see what he can do here. Brands Hatch against Gumball. Defsun's well out in the lead. It's almost impossible right now for these two to catch him. But Marzen and Gumball, it is on between them two. The gap is only 1.4 seconds. And you can see Marzen on fresh softs. He's pulling him in. He's within a second right now. If this was F1, he'd have DRS. Gumball is going to have to do some massive defending as we come around to the end of this lap and start lap number 30. Here we go, the sprint to the end. Here at the SFR GT Challenge Division number 1. It's AMG Mercedes versus AMG Mercedes. Two teams, team versus team. And Gumball at the moment, he's looking highly likely to lose a spot here. But hope you've all enjoyed the day today as we get onto this sprint race to the end. My name's Josh from Demo 1 Garage. Check us out at YouTube or Facebook, even Instagram. Just like to say thanks for everyone that watches. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, and help us out when you can. I do appreciate it. I do see it as well when you guys do. So thank you very much. And to the top fans on Facebook, there are 20 of you this week. Thank you for being there week in, week out. Some of you have been here for almost 6 months. So you guys are legends. Thanks for doing that. And if you want to get yourself a top fan badge, you just got to tune in every time we stream. Maybe like a few videos here and there. If there's been a incident during the race which you thought was quite interesting, a clip, there is a clip function on Facebook. Go watch to the end. You get a 30-second clip. So watch till the end. So make sure the incident has happened. And when you hit clip is where the clip will finish. And then the prior 30 seconds before that, it'll clip it up for you. You can share it on your stream. It'll come up in the Demo 1 Garage clip feed. So I can see it. I can share it. Put it in our stories. Everyone, help us make some great highlights packages out there. Otherwise, I will be finding a few through the week and posting them. So keep an eye out on that on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if there's a clip function. I know I can do one personally, but a public clip function, I don't know if there is. But yeah, I will be streaming a lot more in the next few weeks. It's just quite busy right now. So I do appreciate your patience with everything. But I want to say hang in there like these guys are in the race, because there'll be more scheduled streaming coming up not too far away. But yeah, just got a few busy weeks to get through, and then it'll be more esports, more motorsports, more GT sport, more F1, just more motorsport basically, more of the good stuff. Here's Souza in 6th, and he's had a really good run today. We haven't seen much of him, but I think he's run an early medium stint, and he's worked out his mathematics perfectly. Neen Tisto's up in the 7th in the Supra, and he'll be pretty happy with that position, I think, the Canadian. He's had a really good run today. And as we get to the countdown towards the end of this one, DJ's back in 8th spot. So he's been up and down the field all day. And here is Bill and Doogie. They've just been lapped by the race leader, but that does not matter. They're still racing. It's muscle car versus muscle car. It's the Viper versus the Corvette. Let's see what will win. Bill has been in a... He's probably wished he hadn't crashed earlier on. Because he's had to do a lot of recovering. Now, Doogie, did Doogie just enter the pits then? Doogie didn't. Did Doogie just go flying off the truck? He did. Doogie went way wide coming down. Look at that. He was up into the sand. And while we're talking about Bill having a bad day, Doogie just got overtaken by Gnarly. And that's 11th spot for him. So Doogie must be running some long tyres here. Now Def Son, I think he'll have to pit soon and take a medium, because I don't think we've seen him on a medium tyre, unless someone else out there has seen different. Bill is using Def Son as a bit of a draft wall, and he's able to do that. As long as he doesn't cause a collision, he should be fine. But Def Son in that Lexus leads this race by 21 seconds. Surely we'll see him go in and take the medium tyre on for the last few laps. He will have at least 10 to 11 seconds gap when he leaves the pits as well. Oh, look at that. Calling it. It was this lap. Def Son is in. Now he should have 10 to 11 seconds lead. Soft. 2. What will it be? It will be the medium for the last 6 laps. And well, I was wrong. 20 seconds is his lead. That can't be right. Here goes Gumball and Marzan. They're still finding out. It's just updated. It is about 11 seconds. So these guys, with 6 laps to go, really need to put in some quick laps. But Def Son on the medium tyre has built himself a very comfortable lead, and there's only 6 laps to go, so medium tyre out of the way for him. The race is on now for 2nd and 3rd. Marzan's doing the best he can for Apex here. Brooksy's in. Brooks is into the pits. He's taking the medium off, and he's going to have a last stint on the sauce. That was Souza. Neen Tisto around him. Brooksy back into the traffic, and Souza's up into 5th. Neen Tisto into 6th, but Brooksy has some very, very fresh rubber here, and he should be able to maybe get those positions back. He has given himself a bit of work towards the end, but he should be able to do it. The 2 Supras now, they're going to be neck and neck coming down the big back straight here at Brands Hatch. It's Neen Tisto versus Brooksy. Brooksy will have the draft here. Let's see what he can do with it. He should be able to get the move done. He wasn't close enough. I don't think he got a good enough run. Neen Tisto showing him how it's done down there. Turning in. And yeah, Brooksy's going to have to just build up for one more lap here of the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Souza, though, is pulling away. You can see Souza in the red and white livery. For Stronger Together. Oh, sideways for Brooksy. Just holds it. And we're going to finish lap 34. Neen Tisto gets a little bit wide on the exit, and that's going to compromise his exit. And Brooksy's going to be a little bit closer towards the end. Here we go. Let's see if he can't do anything. Druids. We haven't seen too many overtakes up into Druids, but Brooksy's looking for it. He's found the space. And Neen Tisto will be on the brakes earlier, and Brooksy gets it done. That's a great move. Went to replay a little bit prematurely, but that happens to the best of us at times. You can see Brooksy got around done up the inside. Did carry it a little bit wide, but all that extra speed has gotten him in front of the Super of Neen Tisto. And his next target will be Souza. Souza will be doing everything he can. We got 5 laps remaining, and the Porsche from Stronger Together is going to be the next target of the Apex Motorsport driver. Stronger Together Racing will be barracking for Souza though. Let's see if he can't defend off this run as we come around for the end of another lap. We're going to get to the end of this lap, I think, before Brooksy's up there. Unless Souza makes a mistake himself. Souza, though, has been pretty on the money today. Yeah, Darkness saying the backwards driving for Death Sun helped him for sure. I would think so. It has really sharpened his skills. And yeah, I would also say he's also leading the FIA Nations Cup in his region as well. So that probably helps. That he's just a really good driver. Anyway, look, you can see Brooksy getting a lot closer now on lap 36. Not a lot of time left for Souza. He just needs to defend it now for 4 more laps. Brooksy, though, will be relishing the opportunity. Any chance he gets, he's going to... It'll just happen, being the last few laps. You can see Brooksy is a lot closer now as we come to the closing laps. Gumball still has the lead on Marzan up front for 2nd and 3rd. But let's see what happens here. Brooksy now a lot closer. Souza will be tiptoeing around. His tyres now are almost 10 laps old. They're about 8 laps old at the moment, I think. Oh, he's just blocked a move from Brooksy. Let's see what can happen now. He's a lot closer. He might even have another dig up into Druids as the drivers come around for the 36th time. Look how close Brooksy is now. He's got the speed. He's got the grip. He just needs to get the exit, and I think he's got it here. I think he just touched the back end of that Porsche as he's blocking his run. Souza is not making it easy for him. We're on lap 37 with 4 laps to go if you include this lap. Into Druids. Very slowly goes Souza. He's tiptoeing up on the inside line. This is going to be an incredible finish here. Brooksy will have to push and prod, though, his way through. It could be a little bit messy, a little bit of contact. Brooksy, though, will do his best here. He's got the run up into the hairpin. You can see he's got the inside line. Just needs to breathe the brakes later. He's done it. He's pulled it up. The car has done the work for him, and that is 5th position for Brooksy. A great run from him. Souza with a valiant effort trying to defend him. He won't give up, though. But it's going to be a difficult feat for Souza to recover from here with the older rubber on the car. It's just not as sticky, and the harder he pushes, the quicker his rubber will die out, and he'll be left in the last couple of laps with nothing to drive on, and that could give Nintisto 6th position here. So Souza just has to be careful now and just drive his race right now. Not worry about having lost that spot. But this was the move. This is where Brooksy got it done. He had the run on him. He had the exit speed up the inside. That was 2x2 through the hairpin, but Brooksy made it work. And Souza tried everything he could, but it wasn't enough. But a great move from Brooksy today. He's had a really good run. Souza, I think, has had a great drive today as well. He's under a little bit of pressure, though, from Nintisto as we come into the closing few laps. Let's get an update at the front. Still Death Sun by 13 seconds. The guy is an absolute beast. He's in beast mode. Yellow flag at Druids. That was Bill, I think. We will get a replay, but look how close Marzan is to Gumball here as we've got 2 laps to go. This is getting very tasty here at Brands Hatch. The closing race here, the first race. This is race number 5 of the series, the SFR GT Challenge. And here we go. We've got a great ending coming up for you. 2 laps to go. We've just got to find out what happened to Bill. Got to find out where Bill is. Nintisto's also moving one. There's a yellow flag in this sector too. There's some incidences happening. That was That's Gnarly. Gnarly is pulled over. I don't know if he's got a connection issue. Catch will take that position. Now, this Bill, it was definitely Bill that had the problem coming through Druids. The Corvette. Again, wide. Does almost the same thing. That was incredible. That almost looks like the same incident that he had earlier, and he was on the racing line. And he actually just got off and out of the way. Gumball, though, here we go. This is the sprint race to the end as we're on the final lap. It is Marzan versus Gumball. And this has been 40 laps of insane racing. Does Gumball have it in him? He's blocked the run there. That is second spot saved for now. Turismo Defsun definitely will win this one. No doubt about that. As we come around for the final lap, there is some lap traffic to go. That's Exotica. It's Marzan and Gumball right now. They're battling it out as they run out wide. Marzan needs the exit speed. They're in the same car too. So this is all about driver skill right here. Marzan just backs off a little bit. Gumball's got the lead. Turismo Defsun coming around the last few laps. Keep an eye on him. He will take the checkered flag. Looks like they run a little wide, touch the dirt. Marzan, I think, has just pushed it a little bit too hard. He's tried to overdrive the car this lap, but hasn't been too much. Here comes our winner, though. It's Turismo Defsun with the checkered flag out, and he's our round 5 champion here at Brands Hatch. Gumball CGT will be the next one into the final corner. They're not separated by much. It's 5/10 between second and third, but what a race we've had here for race number 5. It's Gumball from Marzan, and that's the checkered flag for those guys. Congratulations. And it looks like Erky is next up on the shopping block. He'll take 4th position here. What a race from Erky. He's had quite a quiet one, but the AMGs today have had a pretty good run, coming 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the manufacturer's run. Was deja vu for Bill there, Darkness. Just the end of the race, they're getting to him though. Nurky though will come around for 4th spot with the lights flashing. Checkered flag flies. What a clean race for Erky. Congratulations. Brooksy's up next in the Supra, and Apex will be taking this man out for a drink tonight. Well, hard fought 5th position, and there it is. He'll be happy with that. Souza's next. It's going to be neck and neck. Neen Tisto might get on the line. That was super close, and I think Souza's done it right at the death. DJ will take 8th spot, and Doogie in that. But let's see what happened. It was Souza just got it from Neen Tisto. So right at the death, Neen Tisto has beaten him. What a finish. But it was Defsun from Turismo Racing. Congratulations on the win today, and we'll be interviewing him right now, so don't go anywhere. What a finish, though. What a race. Now let's go talk to the guys. They are pros, Darkness. They are. Well, some of them have been to the FIA World Finals, but yeah, they really know how to race, and these guys put in a lot of time and effort too, practicing each week. So we do appreciate the skill on offer here. But let's who should we talk to? I can't even remember now who the top 3 were. Defsun, Gumball, Marzan. I don't know a 4th one today, so I'm not going to add a 4th one. Today I'm just going to do my own thing. Probably get in trouble from the bosses later on. But I don't know who else to talk to, honestly. Let's go talk to these guys. Should we interview very soon, hopefully. But what a race it was. At the end there, super tight between Neen Tisto and Souza. As you can see, Souza got 6th. And then it was Neen Tisto 7th. Well, the host has ended the game for us, so we've lost our results screen there, unfortunately. And that's a lobby called Weed Friends. That's good. Well, DJ's up here. DJ, the winner of this race. Are you there, my friend? Well, Def's on there. Well, if the Turismo boys want to have a quick chat, tell us about that race.
Hello, is it working?
We're working.
Sweet. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting race, mainly because, well, the track itself is obviously not very easy, and I've got a huge storm going on outside right now, so every, like, 15 seconds there would be a big flash of white in this room, so that definitely made things... It definitely added an element to the race that I wasn't expecting, and I guess it made it more exciting, so I'll call it a plus.
I mean, for me, we figured out your strategy quite late on. You went softs early, and then we're like, is he trying to build that gap at the end? And you built it, and you just run the mediums for 6 laps.
Yeah, I found the mediums were like a second slower, roughly, just when we tested in the lobby real quick. And it took up like maybe somewhere from 8 to 10 laps for the softs to even wear down to the point where they were still as fast as the brand new mediums. So I figured the best strategy for me, I thought, was probably just to minimize the amount of laps that you have to do on the mediums.
Fair enough. Well, it worked out for you. You had the gap to go. You had 11 seconds there. You had absolutely no one bothering you there at the end. Was there traffic? We didn't see much of your ending run, but did the traffic bother you? I wouldn't, would it? Because they're ghosting. It's not like actual real racing. I was just remembered that. How is
the
your
traffic wasn't
a
huge deal. It wasn't a huge deal because I saved the mediums for the end I guess it worked out that way. I didn't really think about it, but I kind of realized towards the end of the race that saving the mediums for the end was sort of a bonus, since just in case, so there was a few lap traffic, that you wouldn't be losing as much time on the mediums as if you were on the soft tires coming up to the cars.
Fair enough. And finally, for those of us out there that follow it, your FIA Nations has been pretty successful. How's that going for you?
It's definitely been pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the scores so far. It's there's definitely a lot at stake in the next race on Saturday for the Superstars, and I'm hoping to get a good finish there and add on to the good scores that we've acquired this far.
Is that the race, the rally one in the dirt?
I
don't know.
That was the one that was in the live event in Paris, and that was pretty crazy. And the one that's happening on Saturday is a Group 2 race at Autopolis, the new track.
Ah, right. Yeah, no, because I'm a manufacturer's man myself, so I don't. You Nations boys are crazy. I don't know how you go from car to car each week. It's an incredible skill, I must say.
Well, luckily, a lot of the times the cars are, depending on the class, you see the same cars come up a lot because everybody seems to find that one car that's just really good on a majority of the tracks for the given class. So there's a bit of variation, but I find it's not
too hard
to the point where every single week you have to drive something entirely different.
Maybe Gran Turismo, you should give Challenge them a bit harder. I don't know if you're listening. Anyway, man, it was good to see you running again. Such professionalism out there, and as always, it's a pleasure talking.
Thank you. It's a pleasure again just to support the series, and I really enjoy supporting it in general and everything it stands for. And I'll be back for the next ones hopefully.
Awesome! Can't wait, man. Good luck, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
You too.
Now, who came second? It was Gumball, just from 5/10 from Marzan. How was that race for you there at the end? It was a bit crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit hectic at the end. I mean, I decided on pit strategy last minute. I didn't do any practice or anything, so I just figured I'd run soft and run with Defsun's, strategy. I decided to hang out a little bit longer, go through the medium stints, and basically just two-stop it. So at the end, Marzan was right there the entire time. I couldn't seem to shake him. And then, yeah, just coming up to, I think the last 3 laps or something, I had catch to lap him, and he went to move one direction to let me by, and I went the same direction, and I'm smashing in the back of him and losing about a second or so, and then Marzan was right there. So yeah, at the end it was really just holding on to, you know, that second place position and trying not to make any mistakes. So yeah, Marzan did a great job, and then, you know, Defsun was just long gone, so it was a good race for second.
Oh, it's a hard track, isn't it? Like, it's so narrow. I mean, you just said there, like, you were trying to get around some of the traffic, and just even something like that could have really, I didn't even see that happen, but that really could have wrecked your race there. But it's just one of those things, I guess.
Yeah, well, and I expected it to actually like ghost, and I noticed that it did not ghost at all. So yeah, that made it a little bit more tricky. You know, I was just like, oh, try and go around him just to be cautious, just in case. And then there's no ghosting. So yeah, I hit him pretty hard, and thankfully he didn't ruin his race too bad. But I was able to squeeze by. But yeah, he apologized. It was all good. But no, super tight race, super fun. I'm a bit rusty, so I'm glad to have kept it on the track and been consistent.
Is your heart in your throat every time you enter that pit lane at Brands Hatch? It's so twisty and turny. Because if you take it too quick, it's game over.
Yeah, it's difficult, especially when you're on worn tires. You think the car is going to turn in and it just goes straight. It's definitely an odd pit lane. And I know if it was probably championship settings for you know, penalty stuff, you'd probably get a second penalty just for tapping a wall. So,
oh yeah, the FIA bloody championship rules, they are strict as. I don't know if you're doing any of that yourself. I don't know if you've done the manufacturers, especially Catalunya lately.
Yeah, I've done the last 2 or 3, and it's harsh. It's very, very harsh. It's worse than real FIA ruling.
Oh, I know. I don't know. I don't know if they're testing something or what's going on, but yeah, they're really putting out track limits is one of those massive things. But yeah, you're right. It would have been a huge penalty. But yeah, congratulations on the second. Hopefully, we'll see you racing a lot more after this. You're not busy? Too busy?
Yeah, I mean, life has been a bit hectic. I was gone for about a month. Just moved into a new place last week, so just kind of getting my bearings here. So yeah, we'll see what schedule provides. Things are ramping up a little bit more this year just for like work and everything. So yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to squeeze in the time to make it happen.
Awesome, man. Well, a pleasure talking to you. Congratulations on the second, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of you in the GT Challenge.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Marzan, the third driver there, he was pipped by Gumball just by 5/10. What a race, Marzan! But you just couldn't do it at the end. Was it just too narrow?
Yeah, it was. I was trying to push hard, but you know, a few mistakes down there actually cost me those 5/10. But I mean, it was more those last 5 laps. I was more like trying to doing mistakes because I was trying to catch him up.
Yeah.
But actually, I was trying to survive because I knew it was a little sketchy getting more than, I don't know, like 11, 12 laps with the subs, you know.
Well, that last lap, it looked like you were overdriving a little bit because you were picking up dust out of exit of every corner. I don't know if you obviously were pushing hard, but it was a great run to see, and I don't know how you kept that thing on the road, actually. The amount of times you had 2 wheels off out of the exits.
Yeah, I actually saved the car. If I don't miss it like 3 times, I think I saved that car like 3 times from crashing to the wall. Because like you said, I was trying to push hard because once I saw the map and I saw that Goomba was heading to the traffic, I knew he was. That was my idea to try to push harder in that time because I knew he was going to be a little slowed down by traffic. So, but you know, pushing very hard almost cost me the 3rd place.
Yeah, well, how about the new medium rule for you? How did that play out today?
Well, actually, it was pretty great and awesome because I was kind of asking that because I really like to be different strategies involved. And, you know, you have been in all the rounds before and you already know that you have been a soft fast. So
Yeah.
with this new medium, it actually imply a little more strategy. And for me, it wasn't that bad because I actually practiced a little bit before the race with the mediums, and I just found that expanding a lot the mediums, using a lot the mediums, it's just going to get you a worse time. You just need to try to use fewer laps because, for example, with the mediums, I was like a second and a half away, and I needed to cut that. I mean, I could do I can do more laps with the mediums, but if I do that, I actually gonna just delay my total time. So that's actually why I picked very early with the mediums.
Right. Well, that's interesting to hear. But yeah, it like all the way through the field, there was different strategies by everyone, and I don't know if there was a better strategy today, but I think it all depended on where you were in the race and how your race was going. So yeah, I'm interested to see how Division 2 do it as well. But it was interesting to watch. And again, congratulations on third and everyone who's involved, but Def Sun, Gumball, and Marzan, thanks for talking to me today, and can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. See you later, man.
No worries, and good luck in the FIA as well. I know you're doing that.
Thank you.
No worries, man. But that'll end the broadcast today. Thank you again to everyone for watching. Hopefully, don't forget as well, if you're new here, to like, share, subscribe. I'm sure I'm missing one. Follow. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Depending where you are, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Josh from Demo1 Garage. This was the SFR GT Challenge. Join us next week on the same time for Division number 2. Brands Hatch again, but a different division of drivers. It always brings out a crazy race. So until then, my name is Josh. Race hard on the edge. Bye-bye.